I choose hope over despair and trust in better days. I choose hope over despair and trust in better days. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. First of all, yes, I always trust in better days, but that's because I make sure that I have better days, meaning I execute the things that I need to execute in order to have a better day, okay? And that's why I wanted to address this affirmation, because a lot of times we believe that all we have to do is hope and manifest and journal and just do the vision boards. We just have all of this hope with no action. And if you're anything like how I used to be, you'll notice that nothing gets done. Year after year, you have the same resolution. You knew you wanted to lose 50 pounds 6 years ago. You knew you wanted to start that business 2 years ago. You knew you wanted to go to get your degree 10 years ago, and you still haven't done it. But you just hope that one day these goals are just gonna fall into your lap and you ain't have to do shit for it. No. You are so wrong. You are so wrong. And let's go ahead and get into it. Real quick, you guys, these affirmations came from the affirmation deck. I got these off of Amazon. They are on my Amazon storefront, so make sure you guys get your deck. Okay. In order to have a better day, you have to make the conscious decision to have a better day. Okay. And when you keep proving to yourself that you know how to put yourself first, you start to trust yourself. You start to develop self-trust, and you start to recognize that better days always come because you trust the process, because you trust yourself. And you have built up enough social proof within yourself to know that things will get better. Okay? But you have to wake up every single day making sure that you are doing the things that align to whatever a better day looks like for you. Okay, so let me give you some examples. For me, okay, what does a better day look like for me? Making sure I'm eating clean, making sure I'm maintaining my weight, making sure I'm maintaining my fitness physique, my fitness levels, running my business, but not just a business that I truly love to show up for every single day. These are things that make me feel good, okay? And so because those are things that make me feel good, I make sure to always work towards those things. I don't just hope to be able to maintain my weight if I'm not doing the things I need to do to make sure I maintain it. In other words, I'm not at Chick-fil-A every day hoping that I don't put on pounds and get back to 340. If you didn't know, I lost 100 pounds. I make sure I do things every single day so that I don't do that. This is what I mean by not only do we hope we have better days, we have to work towards them every single day. Look, I know sometimes life be lifing. Life be lifing. Sorry, y'all. Somebody joined Glow Up Academy. Got a little excited. All right. Listen, life be lifing. Okay? But you still come first. You have to come first. Because how can you be a good wife if you don't put yourself first? And we're going to get into what that means. How can you be a good friend if you don't put yourself first? How can you be a good entrepreneur if you don't put yourself first? You can't. You can't. which is why a lot of you guys, and I used to be the same way, you're running on an empty cup. You are trying to pour. The cup has been empty for years. You ain't got nothing left. But when you put yourself first and you start to feel good about yourself, your cup begins to overflow. And now you have the energy to do right by people that mean the most to you. Because you put yourself first. So in order for you to have better days, whatever better looks like for you, you're going to have to work towards that, because it does not just fall into your lap. I knew years ago that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Let's see, I quit my job, my 9 to 5. And when did everything close down? It was March, right? I quit April, somewhere up in there, 2020. But years before that, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I knew it. I was at that job for probably I was there for a total of 6 years, but a year in, I knew, oh no, no. I gotta go. And I don't even just want to go to another job. I want to run my own shit. And so once I had that epiphany that I knew somewhere down the line I was going to be an entrepreneur, every single day I started putting myself first. I said, F that job. I'm going to wake up earlier because I'd be there at 9. I woke up earlier every single day and worked towards the business idea that I had at that time. Now, I did not have follow through back then. I still had a lot of missing pieces to the puzzle. Okay, I didn't always stay locked in. I would bounce from one idea to the next. I didn't have any discipline. But I knew that I was going to be an entrepreneur. And every single day I worked on whatever business idea I had at that time. I started putting myself first. My business did not just fall into my lap. I started putting myself first. Before I went to work, before my husband woke up, I started putting myself first. Putting that goal first. And here I am. Literally running my own business. I hoped for better days because I worked for better days. I didn't just write it down in a journal. I didn't just create a vision board. I worked for it. Every single day I did something for it. Every day. So, ladies, I need you to list out what would make your days better. We got to get clear. Clarity allows you to know where you're going, what you're working towards. A lot of times there's no clarity in our lives. We're just all over the place, just floating through life. You don't know which way the wind is taking you today because you got all these other things you're focused on: social media, your friends, your family, your job, your career, celebrity gossip, the newest show on Hulu. You got all these things going on, but there's no clarity in the direction and where you want to take your life. You have no clue. You have ideas, thoughts, and opinions, but you haven't sat down and really said, okay, this is the route I want to go. You have not done that. And once you determine the route that you want to go, every day, you have to start working towards that. That's the only way. Better days are going to come. And the more you work towards those better days, you really start to believe in your soul that you trust yourself enough to get yourself to that, whatever that goal is.
All right, I want to talk to the women who are feeling the pull and immediately start arguing with themselves, because I already know the objections in your head. I don't know if I'll stick with it. I've tried things before. What if I fall off? What if this is just another phase? But let me say this to you very clearly. Glow Up Academy is not something that you try. It's something that you decide. That's why it's lifetime access. This isn't a 30-day challenge. It's not a be motivated for a month situation. It's the place you come to every time you're ready to rise again. And here's the part that people avoid. Listen, the reason you haven't changed yet isn't because you didn't have enough information. It's because you didn't have structure that you could return to when life knocks you off track. But with lifetime access, that means you don't start over from scratch every single time you struggle. You don't lose access when you need support the most, and you don't have to rush your transformation. You don't rely on willpower alone. You grow at the speed that you're willing to be honest with yourself. Now, I know some of you guys are thinking, but what if I don't use it enough? But be honest, you don't lack access, you lack self-trust. And Glow Up Academy isn't just here to pressure you. It's here to outlast your excuses, okay? You don't join because you're perfect. You join because you're willing to try. And you join because you're done living the same year on repeat. This is for the woman who knows, I'm not staying this version of myself forever. So no, this isn't for everyone. It's for the woman who wants a place to become, not perform. And if that's you, you already know. Make sure you join, all right? Now let's keep going.
Because you keep proving to yourself day after day, I know how to put myself first. I know how to make time for me. You are showing yourself. Listen. The hardest lesson I learned, this is life. Actions speak louder than words. And at first, I only wanted to accept that conclusion when it came to other people. And I didn't even want to accept that. For the longest time, I was in denial. I was like, no, they told me they care, so I'm going to believe it. Even though their actions show me something else, right? I didn't even want to believe that. But I started to accept that as true with other people. But it took me an even longer time to accept that as true with myself. See, I would say that I matter and that I'm important to myself. I would say it sounds good on paper, it sounds good when you're talking to your friends, whatever, but my actions would say something different. I'm overeating, I'm pre-diabetic, I have high blood pressure. Why am I not eating healthy to take care of me if I claim I love me so much? I'm drinking every day. Why would I destroy my liver intentionally if I claim I love myself so much? I'm hanging around people who are not good to me. They're taking advantage of me. They're calling me out my name. They're hollering at me. They're making me cry, making me feel less than. Why would I continue to hang around people like that, who make me feel like that, if I love myself so much like I claim I do? Why would I put everyone and their goals and their dreams before my own so that I can feel resentful and depressed? If I love myself so much and that's what I claim, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Because deep down inside, you do not love yourself. No, you don't. Because your actions always speak louder than words. So how do we start building that self-love? You're going to have to show yourself time and time again that you deserve to be put first. And you are going to start putting you first. I can't make this up. And the faster I accepted that truth, the faster I was able to fix it. I had to start putting myself first. So again, back when I was working full time, and I've told y'all in other videos, I'm a morning person. Like that's just, I've been the night owl before. I've been the person to start working at, mid-afternoon. I have done all time slots. I am a morning person. It is just something about first thing in the morning before the world is up, like it's still dark outside. Like I just get the most done in the morning, okay? And so I decided, instead of giving my best energy to a job that I absolutely hate, I'm going to give my best energy to myself. Because I love myself. And I'm going to do right by myself. So that's why I did that. And I started implementing that every single day. And not every day may be the same. So maybe I also had to do call when I was at that job. So like we would rotate and we'd have to take the phone with us. And if there was something going on, we had to go into the office. So that week, for instance, my week might look a little chaotic because I might be at work earlier than I'm supposed to be, whatever. But I would make adjustments around that week because I knew it was going to be off, on call that week. So my hours all over the place. It doesn't always look the same every day. It's not going to look the same every day because you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. So it will never look the same every day. But you're still going to make sure you put yourself first every day in some way, shape, or form. And so for me, it was in the morning. So I would get up an extra hour earlier. I would shower. I wasn't working out back then. I would shower, put my work clothes on, and then I would sit in front of my desk and I would work on whatever business idea I had at the time. And then I would leave at the time I was supposed to leave so I could get there on time. And I started, listen, when the year came, when I knew like, yeah, I'm on my way out, like I stopped showing up on time. I said, F this job. Like, I am done. I gave y'all 6 years. We are through. I don't give a fuck. So, but you get my point. You get my point. Every day is not going to look the same. But in order for you to get better days, in order for you to hope for better days, sorry, I forgot the affirmation. I choose hope over despair and trust in better days. So you're not just going to hope about it. You're going to be about it. You're going to do it. I notice in every live and every video, it always wraps back around to execution. If you have caught my lives, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. It always wraps around execution every single time. Something that you're not doing, or you thought about doing it last week, but you still haven't quite did it. You executed one day out the week. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you a little credit. But we gotta move. We gotta move. Come on. We gotta move. Time is moving so fast. Don't tell me I'm the only one that feels this. I feel like it's just like, I swear to God, it's like every day when you wake up, you're just like, wow, I can't believe it's this day of the week, that day of the week. Like, it's just moving. I swear to God, like when you blink, 10 hours have passed. That's really how it feels. And so you already know that. I don't have to convince you. You know that. You know that. I know you're listening to this right now. You're like, yeah, you're right. I know. So since you see how fast time is moving, why are we still wasting the time that we have? It's not going to happen if you don't put in the work. Come on. Come on. We know this. We know that you're not going to get a check if you don't put in the hours at the job. We know this. We know how life works. So why would your goals be any different? It's not. It's really not. So something else that this is actually recent for me. I would say like within the past like 6 to 10 months, I added to my list of what would better days look like for me. And for the longest time, I've been in survival mode, right? Um, just hustle, hustle, go, go, go. Don't sleep, don't stop, move, 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 right? No time, no time. Gotta work these 2 shifts, doing a double, getting this. I've been moving, moving, moving. Like, I've always been that way. I've always been that way. And there's a time and a place. There's a time and a place. But I think as I get older, as I figure out how I want my life to go, I started realizing that I can make all the money I want to make. But in that mindset of go, go, hustle, hustle, don't sleep, don't sleep, don't sleep, you will never get the opportunity to enjoy what's taking place right now. And you will look up and you don't really have too many memories because you was go, 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 go. So these past few months, past 6 months, 10 months, I've kind of started thinking about how I can structure my business so that I can start to slow down and enjoy the present. Still getting stuff done, still doing what I love, still building my business, growing, expanding, but structuring it in a way where I can be present, you know what I mean, and enjoy what's taking place now. And because I reached that clarity now, I have a path and I have a direction of where I want it to go so that I can do that. And so every day I work towards that in some way, shape, or form. And because I've built so much social proof within myself, and I've shown myself that I know how to get results, I know I'll be able to get this result too. So it's not a question. How do I know that I'll be able to get the results? Because of the things that because of the things that I've accomplished, that I set out to do. Losing weight, lost 100 pounds. Becoming a content creator, full-time, 6 years. These are things that I've always wanted to do, and I finally got it done. So why would anything else in my life be any different? It wouldn't be. So if you don't have that belief in self yet, then fine, we're going to build it. Because I need you to be so solid with yourself that you already know without a doubt that you can do it. You already know. Like, do you know who I am? Like, that's the energy I need. Do you know who I am? Right? And you don't need other people to validate it because you validate it for yourself. Because now you can see the results of the things that you have accomplished, that you said you wanted to do, and you did. Or we can keep playing games. Oh, well, I'll just start next Monday. Oh, no. Mm-mm. That sounds like arrogance to me. That sounds narcissistic. That sounds conceited. No, it sounds real. That's real. If you don't believe in you, who else will? You show people how to treat you. So if you treat yourself like shit, People will treat you like shit because that's how you treat yourself. But if you treat yourself with respect and love, the people who not going to treat you like that, they fall off because you're showing them how to treat you because that's how you treat yourself. Some of y'all wonder, well, why do people treat me bad? Because that's how you treat yourself. That's how you treat yourself. If you got people talking to you crazy in your personal life, that's because that's how you treat yourself. You talk to yourself crazy in your head. People can only treat you how you treat yourself because the people, like I said, the people who are not trying to treat you with respect and love, they fall off because you're not tolerating it at all because you love yourself. So how do we build the self-love? Again, you have to start showing yourself that you deserve to come first. So you have to start doing that. I don't know how many more videos I got to make. I really do feel like, see, I be getting in my head because I be like, I can't talk about this. I feel like we just talked about this yesterday. I be getting in my head like, oh, I got to switch stuff up because I don't want to bore them. But it really all comes back to the same thing. It really just all comes back to the same thing. And look, I'm not perfect. Like, I only speak on things that I know because I've experienced it in some way, shape, or form. You don't hear me saying anything about being a mother. I am not a mother yet. So y'all don't hear me say any of that. I don't tell you you should punish your kid. I don't do any of that because I'm not a freaking mother. How do I know? Right? But I do speak on things that I know, things that I have experienced. So just know that in any video that you guys watch, I experienced it. And these are my lessons from it. One thing too, I don't point the blame anymore. I always look inward now. I used to have a very big ego. Jam, you couldn't tell me shit. I knew everything, okay? I knew it all. But, you know, now I look within. If something didn't go the way I wanted it to go, I think about, okay, well, what could I have done differently? So like with the friendship breakups that I had in the past, I don't blame them anymore. I blame myself because, and again, not necessarily in a way to where I'm beating myself up, and, not like that. You just start to see the role that you played in any situation and what you can learn from it. The role that I think I played in a lot of those friendship breakups was I already knew energy started to feel a little off. But instead of me addressing it way back when I started feeling it, I put it to the side. I overcompensated. I started over giving, stuff like that to try to fix the imbalance. Instead of just listening to my intuition in the first place and just realizing it's okay to drift without needing to fix it. Everything does not need to be fixed. But the only reason why I felt like I needed to fix it was because I really wanted friends. At the time, I didn't know how to sit with myself. I had voids. I had things that I hadn't healed within. So I would overgive, overcompensate, just to try to keep a friendship that is not friendshipping. That's my fault because at the time, my friends, they're not responsible for my voids and what I have not healed from within, right? They're allowed to feel the way they want to feel. Anyone is. So there were things I had to work on myself. And I'm not sitting here saying that they didn't have their own things to work on. Everybody does. Everybody does. But you just start to learn there's always something to learn. There's always something that you could have done differently, done better. For me, I would always go against my gut. Like I would know something was off, but I would always give people the benefit of the doubt. And then later you find out you was right. So just being more grounded. Yeah, just being more grounded. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Being able to sit with yourself and not feel the need to fill the silence. And there's so many things that you can do that I've started doing these past few months that have really helped me with that. So, I'm big in fitness. Like I love to work out, but I started walking these past few months. I think I've been walking every day now for, I think 5 months now. Gosh, see, time is just flying. Yeah, I think it's been 5 months. I still weight lift, but I've started walking a lot more. Bare minimum 10K steps, but I strive to get 20K. And that alone has really just made me more at peace. I would hear people talk about walking and, oh, you should walk, it's so good for you. I'm like, who don't really spend hours walking? Like, I got better things to do. That's what I'm saying, just tunnel vision focus, go, 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 go. That's the mindset I used to have, right? I got better things to do. Now, I structure my day so that I can get in my walks. It's a non-negotiable because I see the energy that it gives me, the clarity that it brings me, the peace that it gives me, like just from walking and prioritizing that too. And as you spend more time doing things for yourself, putting yourself first, you'll start thinking about other things that you can start incorporating that make you happy. And these are the things that are going to give you the better days. Next thing you know, your whole day is filled with things that truly bring you joy. Ladies, the amount of confidence you get that's why I'm saying, I really wish I was on social way back when I still had that job. I wish I was, because like just thinking about, like when I make these videos and I'm just like reminiscing and stuff, I'm like, wow, like I really used to be so lost. I used to be so lost. And again, I'm not beating myself up. I could only do the best I could at the time with the tools in my toolbox. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. You can't do what you don't know. But like just looking back, a lot of the problems and issues that I had was because it was all like, I needed to be validated externally. I needed friends. I needed people to like me so I could feel good about myself. Because I didn't feel good about myself by myself. I needed people to agree with the life I'm living so that I can feel good about myself. Hence why I stayed at that job for 6 years. Because to the external world, it looks good. College graduate, working in her field, full time. Because I didn't know how to feel that about myself. All of these issues was lack of confidence. It's like, and again, I'm just speaking on me. I don't know you yet. You're not inside Globe Academy. But it's like a lot of times we care way too much about pleasing other people that we forget to do the things that please us. So, you know, like I've been enjoying my arts and crafts. So yes, last week I showed you guys the pillow was sitting over there. This is a mat, and it says home, and it has dog paw prints on it. Very cute. See, okay. I used to do these things when I was a kid. My grandma had got me into this, and she would buy me the little kits. Back then, you could go to Michael's. I went to Michael's to try to find me a kit. They didn't even have these. You had to order them off Amazon. But back then, you could go into an arts and crafts store, and they had more than what they have now. Amazon has taken over. But she got me into this. This was years ago. I must have been about 10 or so. I don't know. But, you know, as you get older, you just kind of forget about the things you used to do when you ain't had no problems, right? When you were a kid. And so, you know, that's something else. Just, you know, trying different things that I used to do, seeing if I still like them, or if I'm like, no, I gave that up, I'm glad. You know, like those are things for you to do. And that doesn't have to be something you do every day, but it's definitely something you can incorporate. And so something else I've started doing too, I stopped scrolling on social. I am not on anyone's social anymore. I'm on my business social, I post, but that is it. I used to scroll. I used to scroll and watch motivational videos. I used to scroll and watch self-care videos. I used to scroll and watch that type of content all the time. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, it's me being productive because I'm learning about self-care. I'm learning about, you know, changing my perspective, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm just watching instead of doing. You fall into that loop. Everybody does. Social media is designed to keep you on there, right? So I'm like, okay, well, a lot of times I'm scrolling because, you know, you might be bored, or it gets to a point, especially with these devices, where you're just holding it because you're just so used to holding it. It's not even that you want to check social. You might be clocked out from your phone, right? But you're just so used to having something in your hands. And when you put the phone down, you start to feel a little antsy because you just don't have something in your hands, right? So you feel that with other things. That's what I started doing. So instead of me just having to have my phone in my hand, I started doing little arts and crafts. I'm making a pillowcase now. But yeah, so just try different stuff. I started painting. I don't really like that. I don't really like the painting. I did buy a painting kit. I did it for like 20 minutes and I was like, yeah, no, this isn't for me. So painting's not my thing, but you know, arts and crafts is kind of meditative. Not kinda, it's very meditative. Some of y'all already know that. Some of y'all are very artsy, right? And if you're not, just try something. And you don't, I'm not sitting here saying like do it all day. Don't do it all day. Do not do it all day. But the point I'm making is do things for you. You matter too. Unless this is what you want your business to be. But if it's just something for more meditative purposes, just do it for you and schedule that in. Whether it's once a week, once every other day, twice a week, whatever it is. And you do that. That's you time. No phone, no distractions. You do that because you matter. This is how we build self-love. In order to build self-love, we have to do things that we love. I can't make this up, ladies. Like, we really do. And, you know, just reflecting back, it sucks. I feel like a lot of times your fear is that you'll look like a bad person to others if you tell them no. So you don't tell them no. You always say, yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'll help you. Yes, I'll give you this, blah, blah, blah. Which is people pleasing. That's what you're doing. You are people pleasing. But by you not saying no to others, you're saying no to yourself. And that's the problem. Because you're subconsciously telling yourself you're not worth it. And that's why you feel the way you feel. I can't make this up. Lack of confidence. It always goes back to the same thing. So back to the card. I choose hope over despair and trust in better days. Amen, amen. Yes, yes, yes. No, I was really excited because when I started this video, I had my notes in front of me of what I wanted to talk about, and I saw on the laptop a Stan order go through, and I'm like, Stan, I'm not on live. Mind you, I was supposed to go live this morning, but TikTok is glitching. I'm like, instead of doing the live, we'll just make a YouTube video instead, right? And so I'm like, well, because most of my business comes from live right now. I was like, oh, well, it's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I attract money, I don't chase, right? And literally 10, 15 minutes into me recording this video, a Stan store, I'm like, what? I'm not on live. What's going on? And 2 people enrolled in Glow Up Academy. So that's my point. That right there. I trust the process because I trust myself. And I trust that if I keep showing up, if I keep doing what I've been doing, it will work. And that's literally confirmation right there. I have a plan of the route I want my business to go in, and how I have decided, I want to spend time in the present. I don't always want to be focused on business, right? I want to do things for me that ain't got nothing to do with no content, no nothing. So how can I get to that point? And now that I have a path and a plan of how I want to go, every day I move towards that. I know where I'm going. We can't keep floating around, just drifting. Oh, if I feel like it. Well, if I have time. No. You're going to feel like it, and you're going to make the time. Because the alternative is keep doing what you're doing, which evidently you're not happy with. So why do we keep doing things that don't bring us self-love and self-respect? That don't build our confidence? Why are we doing that again? Why are we manifesting better days and not going out and getting better days? Make it make sense, please, because I am lost. Exactly. All right, you guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you made it towards the end of the video. Let me know, am I wasting my time or no? No, I really do enjoy these videos, but comment, let me know something. Let me know I'm doing something good. If I was able to connect with you in some way, shape, or form. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
So I just want to take a moment to say how I am grateful that I came across Glow Up Academy. It probably wasn't even a week ago where I heard Jasmine on a live on TikTok, and a lot of the things that she was saying was definitely resonating with me because I'm trying to shift and kind of catapult out of this place that I'm in life and just change my financial situation, and I'm just needing financial freedom. And a lot of things that she was saying on her live really just sat with me. And, from mindset shifting, basically just getting away from procrastinating and just making sure that I'm setting goals. I've already had my first one-on-one, and Jasmine gave me a whole bunch of ideas. I was not a fan of ChatGPT, okay? I was staying away from it. But there's so many ideas that I have based on the things that I put in. And I am looking forward to seeing how much this is going to help me. So I'm ready to start. I've been just doing a lot of research and listening to the videos on Glow Up Academy, and I appreciate and I love the fact that Jasmine is accessible. Sometimes you see these and people are just, they don't have time. So I think I would love to utilize Jasmine a lot now while I still have her because I know that this is going to grow. So thank you, Jasmine, for taking the time to do what you do every day.